Hi, I'm Jim Jubek, and welcome to my YouTube video for Wednesday, November 23rd, just before Thanksgiving. So let's talk about the really important stuff. What's on the menu? We're going down to, we go down every year from New York to visit friends in Bethesda, Maryland. And this year the big item is how many pies and what sort. We're a reduced number this year because a lot of children have other obligations. They may have other parents to go visit, strangely enough. So anyway, we've decided this year that for 6 people, we only need 2 pies, not 3. And that we're going to ditch the apple this year and go to pumpkin and pecan. So that's the important strategic decisions we've been making recently. Now on to the market. If you like this video, please like it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get notification when we do the next one. We're doing about 3 a week, not this week, but the days sometimes change. So if you subscribe, you get notification of when we do the next one. If you like this video and want more of my stuff, you can go to my free site. That's jubekpicks.com. 3 portfolios, including a dividend portfolio, which I've been writing about dividend stocks a lot lately, because I think they're very appropriate to this market. If you want more, you can go to my paid site, which has a dividend portfolio and 5 other portfolios. And on that, we do some options and some ETFs and some inverse ETFs to try to figure out a way to work our way through the bear market. Okay. Today, title is the Fed just confusing, or is the Fed actually confused? All right, so here's Tuesday's take on Fed speak. We had Mary Daly, who is president of the San Francisco Fed, saying, hey, we've got the December 14th meeting coming up, and people have decided we're only going to do 50, but it's premature to decide that that the Fed is only going to raise Fed funds rate by 50 basis points. 75 is still on the table. And she said she sees 4.75 to 5.25 as kind of the peak, as you will. And right now we're at 3.75 to 4. Okay. But then, to make things a little more confusing, she warned, hey, I think it's all on the table, but we're really still worried about tightening too much and maybe causing a recession. Then we also had Loretta Mester, who's president of the Cleveland Fed. And she said, I'm open to slowing the pace of the rate hikes. Slowing, as in 50 basis points in December, and that would be the last one. Don't know. The key thing I think to look at for the December 14th meeting is there's going to be a new dot plot. This is the Fed's projections of where rates and inflation, etc., are going over time. The last time they did this is in September, clearly already totally out of date. In September, they were saying no recession. In 2023, GDP growth of about 0.5 percentage point to 1.5, somewhere in that range. So slow growth, but certainly not negative. They saw inflation falling to 2.6 to 3.5 in 2023. I think that's going to wind up being pushed higher. For 2022, they saw 5.3 to 5.7. It's unlikely that we're going to hit that target for 22, since we're now at like a little over 7. So I think you're going to see some kind of increase in that projection. And the Fed funds rate in September projection was at 4.4 to 4.9 in 2023. Again, I think that's going to be revised upwards. So I don't think that the rate itself, the rate increase itself, the 50 basis points versus 75, is really important. I think the thing to watch is the projections for where we're going in 2023, because I think that's where the battle is going on inside the Fed. And the reason the Fed sounds so confusing right now, I think the Fed is genuinely confused. It doesn't know what to do with the fact that inflation is not coming down as fast as I thought. Maybe it is coming down. Do they need to keep raising rates? Do they need to pause and see what's happening? All that is on the table. And since they don't have a crystal ball, and they are really adverse to causing a recession, the Fed sounds confusing because the Fed is. Thanks for watching. I've been Jim Jubak. If you like this video, please like it, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get notification when we do them all. You can get my more and more, including 3 portfolios with a dividend portfolio. We're doing a lot of dividends. I'm doing a lot of dividends picks lately. That's on my free site, gbackpicks.com. My paid site, gbackam.com. That's got the dividend portfolio and 5 others and some options and ETFs and all that. So thanks for watching. See you next time.